Enjoy my video making mood today. This I just made a couple of weeks ago. Someone had posted, a guy called William Lithgow had posted a thing on saying, look at this guitar, and it was like someone had made one of these, had made it out of aluminium, just like, basically just a scratch plate, but it's still a full strat, and I was like, right, fuck it, make one of them immediately. So I've got, where I'm working just now, we just put like a dormer, put a pitched roof on top of an old flat roof building, and there was a dormer on the edge that I had to cut out myself, and this is the wood that I cut out. Good old pine, knotty pine. So what I did was I took an old scratch plate which I had, which was a pearlescent one, which I never liked the pearlescent, I think it looks crap, and basically just drew around it onto a piece of wood like that and jigsawed it out. I couldn't quite get it in one piece. That wee bit there, that wee strip, is extra, so that's basically from one of the offcuts that I just glued on later, but the rest of it's one piece pine. It's completely unfinished, as you can see. I didn't even bother sanding it particularly well, so it looked raw. So maybe that adds to the tone, the fact it doesn't have any finish on it or anything. It should age quite nicely. Yeah, pickups in it. Oh, these two are from my Hondo 12 string, because they didn't line up properly with the strings on a 12 string. They line up properly with this though, and they were good pickups. Middle pickup, or middle position between the two. Keep standing in front of the amp, how do I stand up here, not in front of the amp? Then middle pickup. And that's another video when I'm playing Something's a Swing a couple of weeks ago. I did a straight song on this because it's rare that I've actually got a single coil, like a fully single coil guitar. But it wasn't good enough. Well, the 3 single coils just made it annoying because I couldn't do rock. So I put a humbucker, a blade humbucker, in it there. These things are £4 from China. You have to wait a couple of months for them to arrive, but I mean, £4. They're pretty good. The way it's wired into the 5-way switch position, which would normally be the one between these two, somehow there's a phase thing going on, which makes it ridiculously sharp and twangy. Like there's a middle pickup, and there's between the two. Might be good for funk. And then if you put it in there, makes it the end when it's just humbucker. Which obviously doesn't really sound that good just now. It's a wee bit beefier, but when you're doing clean, you get a much nicer tune out of the single coils. But I'm just going to stomp on the rat pedal here. I'm just using the Soft-Tech here. Soft-Tech Tuba 12 rat pedal. All the rest of the gubbins goes elsewhere. But so this is the neck pickup on with the distortion on. See, it's like it's always a bit wiry when you use that. Obviously, you can. I left the tone control in, so it can be tamed a bit, but not much. But the humbucker, that's what this was for. So it's a bit of prestige in there. So, as my pal Wayne said, I made this one from scratch plate. Yeah, that's really all there is to it. Obviously, volume and tone, just master volume, master tone. Because there was nowhere to put the jack socket, because on a strat it goes out here somewhere. I get rid of the second tone, not another sunny point in the second tone. So the jack goes straight into the front. The headstock, it was from an old Westfield that my pal gave me. He'd kind of chopped it and it was a really hackett triangular shape, so I didn't really have much choice what I could do with it. So I just did that, cut a wedge out it. The machine heads, which are pearly ones, because I didn't look at the advert properly, from China. £4 including postage for a set of 6. How can you? And they're fine, they don't go out of tune. That's same with the bridge. I've just bought another pile of these bridges. It's like a, I think they used to be called badass bridges back in the day, or it's a copy of one. You know, you kind of get it generally on the more upgrade guitars, but they really are stupid cheap. I think they're about £5 including postage just for the bridge, and it's like, it's so much nicer than any other hardtail bridge. Nice and soft. Obviously I've just got it bolted straight on. It's also string through with the ferrules, which I've just bought another big bag of from eBay, again from China. Yeah, see, I've not really practiced. I should practice that before I do these things. Because of the shape it sits at, it's actually quite good, because you can rock out and you can knock that bit there inside your thigh like you would with a Flying V, or I've got a Gibson Explorer that's got, not an Ibanez Explorer, it's got an extra cut in it. This one's got a bit so it sits there like that, so you can rock out. And also, if you pull it up like this against a ridiculously psychedelic t-shirt, it kind of looks like I've got a psychedelic strat. Woo! So I'm going to call it a travel guitar. I think I might make more of these. I've got some more scratch pits lying about, and I've got quite a few old sort of crappy necks. I think I might make some, because surely other people must want one of these. I think the next one I do, I might rather than put the 6 machine heads on one side, I might split it so that 3, you know, cut the head off like that way, so it's only that long, and put 3 machine heads there, because you can squeeze them on. That would make it even more compact. My thinking was, you can't play guitar in a car because the body always hits off the door, whereas this, you can sit it on your legs. It's also quite good if you're sitting down, because you can kind of, if you imagine me sitting down, but that was what it sits like that. Do you know what I mean? On like a classical guitar. So scratch plate guitar. If you want one, drop me a line and I'll make you one. Yeah.